I'm glad you followed my instructions. Right. As you may remember, I hope you do, because it wasn't very long ago, I told you to come to my evil secret lair so that I could try and turn you into a psychic. So to begin, I just want to test if you have any psychic abilities yet, because I know the last time I tested you, you didn't. But maybe in the short time frame since then, you've inexplicably developed them. If you have, this really helps me out and saves me a big, saves me a big amount of time. So, let's see. I'm looking at a spread of cards here, and we'll go left to right. I want you to read my mind and tell me what the cards are. So, what's the first one? Second one? Third? Fourth? That one was right. Fifth? Okay. Sixth? No. Seventh? Yeah. So you're not psychic, which is unfortunately what I thought would be the case, but you can have hope in the modern day. You can have hope. Well, I'd hope you can have hope. If I'm not even allowed hope anymore, then what am I allowed? Okay. Not psychic. Let me just... Okay. Well, first off, let me get out my tools. We're going to need to really get a look inside here, really into your skull, into your brain, to try and make sure that, nothing fucked up's going on here. So this is like a little, it's got a loop on the end, as you can see, to hopefully put a string through it and pull it back out. But I'm just gonna tip first. You can see there's like a point there once I take the cover off. Straight into the top of your head. Don't worry, you won't die. Oh wait, hold on. No, you will. Give me a second. Give me a second. Here we are. And let me just... Okay. Now you won't die, because I've got my tincture, my lotion that I've just put on you. So you won't die, but it'll hurt a lot. This is gonna hurt a lot. And quite frankly, I don't care. So you're gonna have to deal with that, unfortunately. But let's go. Okay. So now that's in there, I need to get this. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to undo the tip here, and we're going to pour that in to the little hole I just made. Okay, how does that feel? The pain should be subsiding a little bit because that's part of the effects. Yeah? Okay, good. Let me just pull the anchor back out. Oh, it's a little stuck in there. It's okay, I'll get it out. There we go. All out, and we've got the liquid in there. Now I just need to seal that up with a different tool here. Let me get it out. Here we go. I'm just going to put a paste on the end of this and we're going to seal that up for you. So here we are. Okay. So there's no hole in your head anymore. We've sealed that up. That should heal in about 5 days. And we've put that liquid in there. So that's all good. Let me... Now I am going to need to use this. I'm just going to need to pluck some eyebrows. Is that okay? Just some not eyebrows, sorry. You know me, gobbledygook coming out of my head. Eyelashes. You know, the little, these ones? Yeah, eyelashes. So if you just stay very still, otherwise I'll pick your eye out, you don't want that. Stay very still. I'm just going to come in here and okay, we got one. Come in for another. There we go. And another. Okay. That's all good. Now I'm just going to put those into my potion real quick. Good. And let me just... Okay. That's all good. Now I'm going to need to actually pluck some eyebrow hairs out. We don't need the blade this time because I want the root. So there's one. Another. There's another. And there's another. And we're going to put that in there too. Okay. Vaseline, good for anything. We love a bit of Vaseline. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put some of this on your eyeballs. Shouldn't hurt because of the thing that I put in your brain. But if it does, let me know. Does it? No? Good. That would not do because that would mean the other thing wasn't working and then we wouldn't be psychic, would we? And now I'm just going to need you to stay very still while I pour this potion out onto your eyeballs. Okay? Stay still. I'm just going to put your head back and we're just pouring this onto your eyeballs. There we go. So, solution on your eyeballs, solution in your head. We've got some stuff going there, which is obviously very important. We could try again, but I don't think it's had enough time to set in, unfortunately, so I wouldn't actually know the results, which obviously I need to know. Okay, instead we're going to do this. So, I have 2 sticks here. I want you to do the opposite of what I say. So if I tell you to focus on the brown stick, I want you to focus on the pink one. And if I tell you to focus on the pink one, I want you to focus on the brown one. Okay? Things like that. So like related to the sticks, of course, if I say to do something for one stick, do it for the other stick. If I say to do something generally, I would do the opposite. So if I'm like, oh, look at the brown stick, then look at the pink one. But if I'm like, oh, the pink one's the only one on the screen, and I'm like, look at the stick, then don't look at the stick, right? Do the opposite of what I'm saying. So first up, look at the pink stick. Follow the pink stick. I said the pink one. Interesting. Now follow the brown stick. Brown. Okay. Now I want you to look at both sticks. Look at both of them. Yep. Now follow whichever one's your favourite. Is that one your favourite? Follow that one, if it is. Okay, now which one is closer to you? Look at the one closer to you. Still the one closest. Now the one further away. Interesting indeed, very interesting. Good to know that my obedience serum has worked because you did everything I asked. You didn't do the opposites. I assume you heard the opposites though. That's kind of how it tricks you. But that's very good to know because it means that I have complete and utter control over you for when I make you psychic. Which, quite frankly, is exactly what I need. But I should also have given us enough time for the serum to set in, I guess. The brain goop, you know, absorb it all that sort of stuff. Anyways, I'm going to want you to tell me what this card is. Interesting. And what about this one? This one? Well, that one was close, you were one off. This one? Interesting, we were 4 out of 5 that time, and the one that you got wrong, you were only 1 off. But I'm not sure how that would work with psychic, because either you're reading my mind or you're predicting the future. I guess it's probably prediction then. If you got it wrong, you predicted wrong. Or you can't read. Can you read? We should probably do a reading test, actually. Can you tell me what number this says? Yeah, just what it says. Okay. And what about this one? What does this say? Okay. And this one here? And this one. Okay. This one? Okay, so yeah, you still managed to get like one of those wrong as well, so I think you're just not very good at reading, which means it could be mind reading. But if you're not very good at reading, then what is the use in having a psychic who can do mind reading? Or even prediction. I guess it could have been prediction and you're seeing it and you're reading it wrong. Either way, whichever one it is, it's not very useful if you're illiterate. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, I think, because making you a psychic in that way is not super helpful if you can't read properly. Because how am I gonna use that for anything? So let me just do this. Oh, don't worry, it's totally safe. Well, it's kind of safe. Well, you won't die. Well, you might die. Okay. I can stop doing that. I got what I wanted anyways, which of course was the application of an extra tincture, which is needed to make sure that you remain lucid for whatever we're going to do next. Which is probably going to be cutting you open. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I can't really... actually, never mind. I've realised something. If I take this, I can coat this in a balm. And we can use that balm. Because I've done this before. No, I didn't do it to you. I did it to somebody else. Sorry? Where are they? Well, they're not here, are they? So what do you think? Sorry, I'm just, yeah. Just coating it. You think they escaped? Yeah. That's some wishful thinking, I suppose. Yeah, sure, they escaped. Yeah, They got away. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go with that. We'll go with that one. If that's the one that keeps you happy, I guess. Then yeah, they managed to get away. Anyway, this is coated now, so I'm just going to, again, come in. I think I did this. I'm going to come in and just... Okay. Careful not to get any of that on me, obviously. That's good, that's good, that's good. So, because of that, okay, that's what that should do. And if we think about how that would combine with that other one, you know, you might be a different type of psychic now. I have a box here. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna hold it here, and I want you to float it up out of my hands up into the sky. Can you do that? Go on, try. You are trying. Try harder. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, does it? Okay. So we didn't make you psychic in that way, which is quite disturbing, because I would have liked that. That would have been useful even if you are illiterate. We can try this again. Okay. I'm gonna... What are we gonna do? Well, we can figure out if it's prediction. I'm gonna tell you 3 cards, and I want you to predict the 4th in a sequence. Okay? So, 7, 9, 10. Don't worry about the lights. They're not necessary for this. Correct. 2, 7, 2. Correct. Queen, 6, king. Correct. Ace, queen, 3. Correct. Okay. So it seems that prediction is in your wheelhouse, but can you read my mind as well? How do you make it so this is not a prediction? We can't make it random. We can't make it... I don't want you to predict this, okay? You've still got the obey thing, so don't use your prediction at all, and tell me what these cards are. What's this one? Okay. What's this one? Okay. What's this one? Okay. What's this one? This one? Yeah, okay. So you can't read my mind, which honestly is a good thing now that I think about it, because I was thinking about it for a second and I was like, reading minds would be a very useful power to have, but now that I think about it, I'm not the one with the power. I don't really want to do those experiments to myself, and having you, you know, around me all the time to read other people's minds for me feels a little bit trite. And if you ever did figure out how to get away from, you know, the whole obeying thing, which is impossible by the way, but let's say it was possible and you did figure it out, yeah, that would be bad for me, because you'd be able to know how. But the prediction is fine. The prediction is good. It means you don't actually have to be there. I can keep you locked up in a cellar. Which, quite frankly, I think I will do. I think I will do that. I think I will keep you locked up in a cellar. Yeah. Because you can predict stuff. In fact, can you predict for me... What am I going to have for dinner? Today, yeah. Oh, you don't know the time. Of course. Yeah, well, predict. Predict the time. At what time will I say shebang? 3 p.m? Shebang. It's 3 p.m. There you go. Right, anyway, what will I have for dinner tonight? What will I have for dinner tonight? As in my tea, the thing that I eat when I'm fucking hungry. When I'm hungry. What am I gonna eat when I'm hungry? Well, I'll see if that comes to you later. It depends what I'm feeling like. But then again, I don't really want to be influenced by you. Write down what I'm going to eat for dinner tomorrow and put it in an envelope, and I'll get back to you on whether or not it's true. Can you also predict to me the next lottery numbers? Predict the lottery numbers. I'm not going to enter the lottery. You don't have to worry about that. I don't need money. I just want to test that you're real in terms of your actual prediction ability and it wasn't like a fluke. Because obviously if you're not real and your predictions are wrong, then why would I even keep you around anyways? They are wrong? Well, no, sorry. By not keeping you around, I don't mean I'll let you go. I mean I'll put you in the incinerator. But if I do keep you around, then yeah, you'll be in the basement. Cellar, whatever you want to call it. Okay, yeah. Let me type that in. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that'll do. I'll figure out if you're actually psychic, whether or not you're lying to me to try and save your own life. And if it turns out that your predictions are true, then yeah, you can live. And if not, then I will be burning you alive. So, yeah, let's hope your predictions come true. Hey? For your sake, not mine, of course. I couldn't care less, quite frankly. But yeah, I guess have a good night's sleep while I figure this out. And if things don't go, according to plan for you, there's always the next life, eh? There's always the next experiment for me. Anyway, it was a pleasure. Well, it wasn't, but I'm sure it was for you, because I'm wonderful. See you later. Yeah. You're going down in the basement, by the way. Don't even think otherwise, but you can fall asleep here. I don't really care. I just need to write up my test results on this. Make sure that nothing goes undocumented. I wonder if they really